everybody. This is Laurie Handlers, and you are listening and watching another episode of Sex and Happiness, a show about your sex and your happiness. And I'm Laurie Handlers. I think I said that already. Anyway, I'm here by myself today. I had a mixed communication with Brianna, so I'm going to do a little rant here about aging and sex and happiness and aging. And then she and I will pick up again next time. I'm also going to do a few more interviews with Jennifer Kochen, who I did the bedroom and boardroom with. So you can expect to hear more about that, about really powerful women who, I don't know what's happening to them. They just, their sex drive, their sexuality, their longing, their desire has gone away. And what I'm going to talk about today actually hits on this anyway, which is a new self-guided course that I'm coming up with called something about desirability, like how, like, if I age, will I still be desirable? Am I desirable? Do I still have my mojo? And I think that's what people are the most frightened of. Now, some people think that women are the most frightened of it. And that's the thing that I'm going to talk to Jennifer Kochen about. The women who are afraid that as they age, they're not desirable anymore. Or even the women who have put their desire away to make money in the corporate structure. But today, I'm not talking about that. Today, I'm just going to talk about everybody being afraid of losing their mojo. And yeah, it's like, can I say that's like a pandemic? One of the things that's happening to me in aging is that I've lost my eyesight, but guess what? You see, I'm not wearing my glasses right now because I don't need them, because I had two eye surgeries so far, and my eyes are getting better. I'm having another surgery this week, and maybe by the time you see this, I'll be in surgery, and then I'll be having another one. And it's quite amazing what technology can do, which gives me all kinds of hope for my immortality stance. It gives me all kinds of hope for looking forward to aging and to replacing some things or getting better things. So I have two new lenses in my eyes. I didn't have LASIK. I had like real cataract removal, and then they put in new lenses. And like, look at what they can do. Like, I could see without the glasses. I might have to read small print with my glasses, but I don't need them to see you. And I don't need them to see my notes right now, which is like so amazing. So let's talk about what happens to people when they feel not desirable anymore. They lose their sense of aliveness and vitality. And I think that even more so, this has been happening during COVID. And here's the thing that I know for sure: when you lose your sense of aliveness and vitality, your life starts to go down the drain. And some people's lives have gone down the drain because of COVID. Much younger people, they've lost desire, they've lost everything. They're in a sort of a blanket of depression. And this happens to people as they age too. And I don't want that to happen to you. This show is about sex and happiness. So something that I know that you have to do is you have to keep yourself happy. You can't, how do I want to say this? You can't approach this situation from the outside, like with plastic surgery or taking Prozac or whatever they give to people now, or even giving up and just becoming reticent or complacent, you have to keep moving. You know, a few years ago, I went to Brazil with with my ISTA colleagues, and we took ayahuasca. We did an ayahuasca journey. I think I've talked about it before. So I always said, you know, I wouldn't take ayahuasca unless it came to me. Like I wasn't going to go hunting down uh, altered substance experiences anymore, no matter how shamanic people have said to me it is. I just wasn't hunting it down. I said, if ayahuasca came to me, then I would do it. And if it came to me properly. So the funny thing is, we got to Brazil and we were at a core gathering. And then I guess on day 2, they said something like, we were thinking about hiring a shaman here in Brazil and doing a shamanic journey with ayahuasca. And I was like, well, I guess it came to me. So I did it. And it's so crazy what happened. I mean, I didn't purge. You know, they say when you do ayahuasca, you're going to purge. You're going to be like vomiting and shitting. I wasn't doing any of those things. I was dancing. And every time I sat down, the medicine said, get up. Movement is life. I'll say it again. Movement is life. I said to the plant, that's it? That's what you got for me? Movement is life? I already know that. And the plant said, well, then get up and move. So I did 2 doses of ayahuasca while in Brazil on that journey. And they played, the shaman brought a whole percussion instrumental group and a singer and a guitar player with him. And they played the best music that I probably have ever heard. But of course, I was on a altered consciousness. And I danced and danced and danced and danced for 8 hours. So that was like when I was 70. I just danced for 8 hours. How many of you who are 30 could dance for 8 hours? Could you still go to a rave and dance for all that amount of time? I'm asking you this because movement is life. So to lose your aliveness and vitality, to let COVID take you over and get you down, to let it happen, to let it seep over you like that is not at all healthy for you. And if you want to keep your mojo, your sex and happiness until you're 60 or over, then you need to deal with it inwardly. It's an inside job. Altering your face or your body is good. I mean, I'm not against plastic surgery. I'm not against altering things. I'm not against Botox. But it doesn't solve the problem. I'm not against medication. Well, kind of against medication, but if you really need it, I'm not against it. Some people really need medication because they're bipolar or what have you. Sometimes people need it for a very short period of time. Friends of mine and other people are taking micro doses of things like mushrooms, and I really approve of that. I approve of that over giving up. But I think you have to move. I think you have to get your body moving. I think you have to get your emotions moving. What do you expect me to say? For years, I've been talking about emotional release and about moving emotions. Energy in motion is what emotions are. And when they get stuck, the emotions, then you're stuck. So you need to move. So we move the energy. We do bioenergetic emotional release. We do the 7 tools for Mista. We do yoga boxing. We do all these things. You can find them all on my website. And I'm speaking to you today because I don't want you to lose your desirability. I don't want you to lose your mojo. And I also want to tell you that I have an upcoming course about it. where you can find out more than what some of these common solutions are to, possibly giving up. Now, I have loads of examples of success in people who are older, who have not given up. And I think the most powerful one that I want to speak about is my father. So when my father was 72, he lost his wife. My mother died. And my father was very attractive, very active, and he just kind of lost it. He was depressed for about a year. He then sold their house and moved to the beach. They had a beach house. He moved to the beach because he said he didn't want to live in a mausoleum. He didn't want the memories. I don't blame him. It was hard for him. They had been together for 50 plus years. He became my student then. He became a student of Tantra. Like, I don't know about you, but I think that's kind of amazing that my father would just become my student. He said to me, what do I do, Laurie? I said to him, well, you're dating women my age. They could get pregnant. You need to be careful. And there's a whole new set of rules that you didn't learn because you grew up in a different time. So my father became my student. And it was amazing to me. He learned about tantric sex. He learned about connection in a different way. And later in his 70s, he met a woman who he fell in love with. She was the same age as him. And here's the part that I find so amazing. My father was a great dancer. Dancing is a very big value in my family. My sister and I are great dancers. My parents were great dancers. They did all the partner dances and they did all the freestyle dances. They knew how to dance. They could do it. And when my father met this new woman, I guess he was around 78, he started taking dance lessons at Arthur Murray. And I said, what are you doing? Why are you taking dance lessons? You know how to dance. And he said to me, I'm dancing with a new woman. I need to learn how to dance with this woman. And I said, wow, Pop, that is so tantric. That's the coolest thing. Like, you're not closed to learning. You're not closed to connection. You're actually looking for more ways to connect to this woman. This is amazing. I thought it was amazing. I hope you do. Don't sit around and stagnate. Movement is life. I'm not telling you to take dance lessons. Movement is a metaphor, but sitting around during COVID and allowing yourself to age and get depressed is not good for your immune system. It's not good for you. And I'm going to say one more thing before I leave you today, and that is that your attitude has a lot to do with your immune system. So if you let your immune system go down, chances of you getting COVID are greater. Chances of you getting anything are greater. Cancer, they talk about. I have found studies now where they say that if you don't feel good about yourself, you have an increased cancer risk. Why do that to yourself? So this is like a wake-up call. I started out with desirability, but it's everything. It's your health. It's your life. It's movement. It's wealth. It's abundance of activity, abundance of creativity, abundance of energy and vitality, all based on moving out of a belief, an attitude, a feeling. And that's step one. So I invite you to check out or keep tuned in, actually, because it's not ready yet, but I invite you to keep tuned in to my new course, which is self-guided course on desirability. I'll be teaching it with Brianna, who was on with me last week, Brianna Kribeyer, and Daniel Fox. And we're excited about it. We're really, really excited about it. And it connects into sex and happiness over 60. So you're all you have. Don't give up on yourself. Don't let anything get you such that you can't move, such that you're stuck. Movement is life. So this is Laurie Handlers. I'm signing off for Sex and Happiness today. I hope you enjoyed my rant. Sometimes it's great for me to just come on alone. And I'm up to some new things. And these new things have to do with people my age, people a little younger, people a little older, but you're all going to get there. So you might as well make it the best you possibly can. And if you feel like this was meaningful, please share it with people. Share it with your parents. Share it with people who are aging and not so gracefully. All it takes is hearing one thing that would work, one movement that would work, and they might shift. Share it with people you love. I love you. I thank you so much for listening to me every week. And I hope that this message has been a good one for you. I have to say it to myself every day, so I might as well say it to you. Tune in next time when I have another amazing guest. I'm not sure if it's going to be Brianna interviewing me about another thing related to this, or if I'm going to be speaking with Jen Koken about more about the bedroom and the boardroom. Either way, I'll be back. Sending you lots and lots of love from me to you. Namaste.